Hello everyone, my name is Cecilia. I am a 25-year-old wife and mother, full-time stay-at-home mom, and homemaker. Today I want to take you along for a little day in the life. Today's going to be a little different because it's the day before Ash Wednesday when I recorded this. So it's going to be a few errands that I have to do and then just some general prep of my home and books and stuff to get ready to dive into Lent tomorrow. So I want to take you along for that. Let's dive in. Today, Baby and I are going to do a few errands. I need to grab a couple things from the store, and then I want to pick up a final special coffee for a friend and I. We both love coffee from Scooters, so I'm going to get us the caramel coffee, and then she works at a Catholic bookstore, so I'm going to drop it off for her at work and just have some fun looking around at the Catholic books there. So that's the plan for the morning. I was recently sent a really neat hoodie from a Catholic shop called Faith Strong. This one has the St. Michael prayer on the back and then an image of St. Michael on the front left side. I love that it's zip up and it's so soft inside, just a great lightweight jacket. And since I was wearing that, I decided to wear my JMJ cap from Raising Faith Prince. May as well go all out Catholic. I will have a link to both in the description below. Windsor got trained how to shake hands, so every time before we head out the door, he gets a treat and shakes our hand, and then we head out. First stop is the Dollar Tree. I always like to check the notebooks when I'm there because sometimes they have really cute little journals or notebooks, but they didn't have any today, which is fine because I didn't need one. I then headed over to the candles. I got this really cool Lenten centerpiece that I needed candles for, so that's the main reason I'm here, and I was super excited to find these off-white ones, which are perfect. I like the more natural look that they have than being pure white or any other color. And then I saw these pillar candles, which I wasn't planning on looking for, but I ended up deciding to get some of the dark purple ones to have one to set on my home altar. The last couple things I grab are some tablecloths to use as runners, one for Lent and one to use for St. Patrick's Day. Next stop was Scooter's Coffee, where I picked up coffees for my friend and I. So this is where my morning went off script. The window broke after I picked up the coffees at the coffee shop. So I dropped off my friends real quick and then just took a couple minutes in the car, regroup, figure out a plan, enjoy a couple sips of coffee. The car did end up getting seen, and the guys at the dealership were able to get the window back up. So now we just need to order the part and it'll be actually fixed, but at least the window's up. As you can tell, I was very relieved we didn't have to wait for the part to come in to get the window up, and Baby and I sang all the way home. The first thing I tackled when I got home was getting the table cleared off so that I could get it all set up with my Lenten stuff. Eventually, I will get a purple table runner for the table, but this one from the dollar store will do for now, and I love that it's such a deep purple, so it's perfect for Lent. This centerpiece was a recent thrift find of mine. I was so excited when I saw it because to me it looks like a perfect crown of thorns centerpiece for my Lenten table. I don't know if it was intended to be that or if it was intended to be like bird's nest or something, but I see it as a crown of thorns and I'm so excited to have it for my table this Lent. The next thing I'm doing is getting my centerpiece for the coffee table all set up. I decided to use tissue paper to fill it in, just trying to keep it baby friendly since the little one is moving about and reaching for everything these days. So I'm just going to put some purple tissue paper in there just to kind of nest the candles in. And then I have a whole box with different ribbons and stuff from card making. So I'm just going to dig in there and find some purple ribbon that I can tie around the candles just as a nice little touch. Initially, I had pulled out a more silky ribbon, but then I tried this other ribbon and really liked that it had a more rustic look to it. So I ended up opting for that one to put on my candles. I am so happy with how it turned out. Look at how pretty. The next thing to tackle is getting this evergreen garland down. I had left it up even after Christmas just because of the wintry vibe, but now I just want to get it down and have the decor just be as simple as possible for Lent. Once that's down, I get started on my favorite part of my home decor to change from one season to the next, which is my home prayer altar. Just an area that I love so much and just really enjoy changing it to fit the different seasons of the liturgical year and just of the seasons and everything. I got this little frame so that I could put out different holy cards for different liturgical seasons, or when I'm praying for the intercession of a particular saint, I'll put out their holy card. So right now, just switching it out and putting in a holy card I have of our Lord Scourged just as part of my Lenten home altar. The last thing I put out is this beautiful rosary from Abundantly Yours, the Catherine of Siena rosary. I just love the natural tones of the beads, just so perfectly simple for Lent. I'll put a link down below to the rosary. And this is the final look of the altar. Next thing I do is change out the curtains. Curtains are such an easy thing to change the whole feel of the room. And I had these deep red ones up and just switching them out for some dark brown ones that I have just to give more simplicity and, yes, Carmelite-y feel to my living room. Throw pillows on the couch are another thing that just can be a simple way to change up the decor of the room. And I don't have storage to be switching out actual pillows, so I've found that just changing the cases is a very space and money saving way to switch up the room. So I'm taking off the burgundy ones that I've had on since Christmas time and just switching them out to almost a burlap looking brown to have with the cream. Again, going for that monastic, simple, Carmelite-y feel for my living room. While I was working on getting the living room in order, hubby was kindly cooking supper for us, so I took a break to eat that and drank this Scottish soda that I love so much with my supper. Then I sat down to start working on getting the Lenten calendar together. I had been looking at the bulletin and just saw so many different prayer opportunities for the Lenten season and just wanted to be sure that I noted those down so we could take advantage of that. They're having stations a couple times each week, and I'm really excited because they're doing Vespers on Sundays, so excited to go to that. The planner I use is a Catholic one, so once I had the calendar items in, I went through highlighting feast days and making notes liturgically on stuff. She has so much marked inside these planners with just saint feast days, ideas for even meals to have to celebrate the saint, when to start novenas, when to start consecration to Mary to end it on certain days, opportunities for indulgences. It is just such an excellent resource. I'll include the link down below. I've just really loved using this planner. The last thing I sit down to do is go through some Lenten books. I pulled out a stack of books I have on the Passion, on Lent and everything, and started getting my journal set up for it, just using a notebook I already have and just creating a new section in it for Lent of this year. I'm including on the cover page of this section the quote from St. Teresa of Avila that says, "Do what best stirs you to love." I just think that is such a good mindset and focus to have for our Lenten journeys. So often we can get caught up in seeking to do things that are penitential, that are reparation for our sins, but we need to remember that ultimately everything we do during Lent is to help us grow in love, whether it is by doing things that show more love or by getting rid of things that don't leave room for love of God in our hearts. Once I have my notebook set, I start going through the books. I've learned the hard way not to try to overdo it and take on too much, because then you don't end up gaining anything because you're too divided amongst many things. So just kind of going through the books, deciding which ones I want to use. The ones I chose for this year are these shown here. The first book is The Way of Perfection Study Edition. I am actually leading a group book study for it on my Instagram page because at a chapter a day you can read it from Ash Wednesday through the day before Holy Thursday and get through the whole book. The next book is The School of Jesus Crucified. I'm not using the meditations in here, but they have a really good outline of a rule of life centered on devotion to the Passion, which I will be implementing. Final one is The Tears of Christ. This has beautiful daily reflections for Lent, and that is what I'll be using as a devotional and source for meditation. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all have a blessed Lenten season. I am so excited to begin this beautiful season of just really focusing on growing closer to God and deepening that relationship with Him. So I will be praying for all of you and for your Lenten journey. And please keep me in your prayers as well. I will still be doing vlogs throughout Lent, so if you liked this video, please subscribe, like this video, comment below. I love hearing from you guys. See you next week.